Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Life Insights with Dr. Mercy. Please, if you're coming across this channel for the first time, please, I beg you to please subscribe, okay? Subscribe because on this channel we have great conversations about intentional parenting, okay? And raising our children right. That is one of the major things we discuss on this channel. And please, after subscribing, please, I encourage you to hit the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you'll be amongst the first to be notified. And so why are we here this evening? We are here because of our pretty young Nollywood star actress, young Nollywood actress Regina Daniel. Indeed pretty. Let's call a spade a spade. Beautiful daughter of Rita Daniels, who, 6 to 7 years ago, we were all here. I was screaming, behind the scenes, saying, oh my God, why are you doing this to yourself? But my voice could not be heard. Other people also, lended their voices, but they did what they wanted to do. You understand? They did what they wanted to do. We were praying, and I'm telling you, I for one, I was praying and saying, you know what? I hope she really knows what she's going into. What are you going into as a young girl of 17? A young girl of 17, going into marriage with a man as old as your grandpa. A young girl of 17, are you sure you wanted to be the sixth wife, where other children in that home, some children in that home are even like your age mates or older than you are? It all played out in our eyes. And then we saw all the, social media display, and we kind of concluded, okay, she's happy there. She found her love. She found her place. She found her home. She found her hobby. She found, she found joy. And we're kind of also happy for her. Okay, thank God. And just from nowhere, 6 years after, we heard a loud cry. And I'm not here this evening to apportion blames anymore. Like at the beginning of this whole scenario, this whole movie, because it has become a movie. At the beginning of this movie, I was like, oh my God, I wish this never happened. I wish Rita Daniels, took more time to think this through. Even if a child, wants to make a decision, like it's like you see your child trying to put the finger in the burning fire, and you say, yeah, go ahead and put your finger in the burning fire. I mean, when it burns you, you will know. Yeah, sometimes parents might allow children to do that so they can learn, but not to this extent. Because now I'm filled with empathy for Regina, knowing how very young she was when she, quote and unquote, claimed that she fell in love. But now she's regretting. She said it with her mouth. She said, I'm ashamed to say that I fell in love. You understand? She's ashamed to say that she fell in love. So, fast forward to the present now, it is obvious to us that she didn't know what she was getting into. And this is why I talk about intentional parenting. I talk about intentional parenting. Please, guys, mothers, fathers, we have to really be more intentional. If you've been intentional before, you need to be more intentional. You need to up your game. We need to, in raising these children. That's why we anchor most of our discussions about intentional parenting on Isaiah 54 verse 13. Go read that scripture. It says, your children shall be taught of the Lord, and great shall be their peace. If your children are taught of the Lord, and great is the peace of your children, great will equally be your own peace as parents. We have seen how restless, we have seen how what Regina Daniels is going through extended to the mother, extended to the siblings, extended to everybody around her. Everyone is restless. You have seen how they all lost their peace in the last 3 weeks going to 1 month. It's been tears and tears and tears. It's been running helter-skelter. It's been quarrel upon quarrel. I, for one, I believed, honestly, I believed that everything was okay with Regina Daniels based on what she was showcasing us on the social media. Not knowing that she's been just trying to cover up her pains, not knowing she's been going through DV, not knowing she's been going through abuse. Can you imagine a pretty young girl, full of life, with a great future ahead of her, who equally discovered her, her talent early in life with the help of her mother? Where did you miss it, Rita Daniels? Where, at what point did you guys switch? You were doing okay. You were in Nollywood, and you put your daughter, she was in Nollywood. I also want to say, could it also be the early exposure to Nollywood that led to all of this? Because then she must have been hanging around, some big aunties, big ladies, big chicks, you understand, who had such conversations talking about, soft life when you get married to, to a grandpa, to older men, who will then take over and sponsor your life, sponsor your lifestyle. But did you think to which detriment? Did you stop to think? And so please, let this be a learning experience for for our young girls, a learning experience for we mothers. Please, we should desist from letting our daughters go into a decision we are not sure they are making with their clear mind. What does a 17-year-old girl know about falling in love with a man as old as her father, a man as old as her grandpa? What exactly does she know about love? Just hopping out of secondary school. What does she know about love? She was still in her developmental stages. She was still in the age of discovery. Even up till now, we learn she's 24. She's still in her age of discovery. Even psychologically, scientifically, her frontal lobe is still developing. So whatever decision she made 6-7 years ago, she didn't make it with all her senses intact. But the adults around her failed her, starting from her mom. She came out to tell us her older siblings tried. They were breaking bottles. They said no. They were looking for her. They were going crazy. And she drove out, claiming she wanted to kill herself, take her life if they don't allow her to marry the love of her life. This is what I say to young people. Listen to your parents. No parent will lead you astray. If a parent says no to a decision that you want to take, you understand? Even those of us who married like when we were even more matured, if you want to get married, for instance, and your parents are saying no, or people around you are saying no, my advice should be put a hold on that decision. Put a hold on that decision. Go back to God. Take more time to pray. Take more time to process your decision. That time you slow down to process that decision would save you the destruction that may be ahead. Because if I tell you that I'm happy with what I'm seeing on social media about Regina Daniels and her home, her marriage, most especially about a sitting senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, people that should be honorable, people that, should be looked up to, people that should have our respect as leaders in our country, is really sad. Honestly, I'm sad. I'm sad. In as much as she made that decision, she decided to go be the wife, a sixth wife to, a man much, much, much older than she is. I don't like the way they're washing all their dirty linens on the street. I don't like it. I'm not happy about all of this drama going on. All the crying, all the pain, all the running around, all the police, all the bribery, all the corruption, everything going on does not speak well about us. It doesn't. And so parents, let's learn. Let's sit our daughters down. Let's sit them down no matter what it will cost us, and let them understand what we're talking about. Making a decision to marry someone, it is not a joke. It is not moi moi. It is not something marriage is not something you run into today. Today you fall in love, tomorrow you fall out of love. No, because a lot would then, be involved. For instance, now the life of her two boys are involved. Now all her family members are being dragged into it. I don't know how many of you, have read the latest posting of her estranged husband. Really appalling. Really appalling. And I sit here and I wonder, how did she get into DRUG? How did she get into S abuse? How? The Regina we knew before she got married, we didn't know about this. But it was her estranged husband that first came out and blew it open to the whole world, just to discredit her. Because I believe he's pained that the girl is seeking for freedom. None of us knew she was being abused. None of us knew. We thought all was okay with her, based on all she was flaunting on social media. And this is a great lesson. You understand? Believe people's lifestyle on social media to your own detriment. Our young girls should learn from this. Mothers, keep educating your young girls, like I do. Everything I see that is going on social media, that is a teachable moment for me towards my girls. I call their attention to it. We need to know what is going on around us. We need to learn the lessons. We need to talk about it. We need to discuss it. Use it as a teachable moment for your young men, for your young women. Our upcoming teenagers, young adults, let's talk with them. Let's educate them. Let's show them evidences. This was just within 6 to 7 years. Everything watered down. All the makeover, all the makeup, all the pretense, all the paparazzi, everything on fake life. Just to cover up the underlying DV that has been going on. But you know, I salute her courage. Even though the way everything happened, but I salute her courage. I'll be very proud of her if she can reroute her destiny. But she needs God. She needs God. She needs God in her life. And like everyone is saying, she needs that rehabilitation. Go for it. Regina, go for your rehabilitation. Go for God. It's never too late. It's never too late. When you're going on a wrong route and you get to the point of realization that where I'm going, there's no way, it's not leading anywhere. You can always reroute, which is what you're doing right now. I never ever subscribe to any woman remaining in a relationship, a marriage that is full of what? DV. It is a no-no. Because the worst can happen and then we all will be crying. We all will be crying. That's really how, how bad I felt. I really felt bad the day I saw her and she was crying and she was saying, oh, okay, I will go back. She said, oh, I will go back. I will go back if that's what Nigerians want. I will go back and continue to be abused. I will go back and continue to be injected. I will go back so that my brother can be released. I said, no, that's not what you need to do. You don't need to go back. You don't need to go back. Because you came out alive.
I tried. I tried. I feel like I'm going crazy. I'm losing my mind and it's not
God
making any
will help
sense.
you. God will help you.
I'm crying in front of everybody.
God will help you if only you can surrender to Him.
What am I even begging for? I don't know.
You need to surrender to God. It's never too late.
You guys think it's easy?
He can fix this for you, my dear.
One thing, my brother online. Today I hear good news. Oh, it's about to be free. Tomorrow I hear another thing. Like, what's the problem? But I've tried. I'll go. I'll go back.
Did you hear?
I'll go back.
And after she said she will go back, maybe she gave it a second thought. Because when I saw her break down like this, saying she will go back, my heart broke. Honestly, I started praying for her. I said, is this some sort of spiritual manipulation or what? Go back? What do we know that is going to happen if she goes back? Honestly, with all that is out there, with all the information we have out there, where she wants to go back to, it's not safe for her. It's not a safe place. A place where you'll be locked up, injected with substances that you do not know, then you'll be acting crazy. What if she passes on from there? You understand? So you came out alive. You came out with your life. The rest of it can be fixed, but definitely not going back. Honestly, I don't subscribe to her going back because I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry and say, oh, if we had known. So I don't subscribe. Even if she wants to go back, not now. If I were her mom, I would take charge of my daughter's life. That rehabilitation, quote and unquote, she needs, I will take her to a rehabilitation by myself. I will stand by her and make sure she gets cleared of the DRG issue. I will stand by her. She doesn't need to, even if she needs to go back, she not immediately. Not immediately. For whatever reason, the kids will be fine. Their dad is okay. He has good nannies. They will take care of her kids. She needs to, like, hold on a little bit. Process all of this. She needs to take care of herself mentally. She needs to be okay. She needs to pause. She needs to pause. And if coming out, at least for the first time, crying out and coming out, gave you the opportunity to pause and reevaluate yourself, it is okay. Give that relationship a break before it breaks you completely. And the break completely I'm talking about is not just this crying. You know what I mean? Breaks her completely. Breaks her completely, like we all are shouting justice for Ochanya. It shouldn't be when people are done before we start, you know. The right thing to do is to give this relationship a break. Let her family take her for the therapy she needs. Let her be okay. Let her mind calm down. The children will be fine. Trust me. Their daddy is not poor. He's okay. And he can watch his kids suffer because he loves his children. He said it on national TV. He said, I love a lot of children. And that's why he keeps, you know, he keeps marrying more women and making more children. He's capable to take care of them. Fine. So the children will be fine. You know what? It's like God answered my prayer. I could say that God answered my prayer for her because I really become very empathetic when she broke down in tears. You know, like everyone, the first video she did where she was flinging her hair, I was like, God, what is going on with her? Does she really understand the implication of what is going on around her right now, what she's into? And then when it hit her really hard and she broke down in tears, I'm like, God, have mercy on Regina. Have mercy. She's a little girl. She's a little girl. She's a little girl. I finished undergrad at her age now. That was when I finished undergrad. 17, 18, 19. In Nigeria, you're writing JAMB. You're writing JAMB, the exam that helps you to go into college or university. That's what you do between 16, 17, 18, 19. Yes. You should have been in the university. And as you're in the university, going through any program that you're going through, you're learning, you're developing, you're having life experiences, that helps to strengthen you, both emotionally, physically, socially, so that when it gets to the point of making a decision who to settle down with, you can easily and correctly make that decision. And mind you, some people equally made the decision of who to marry even when they were older and they still made it wrongly. But at least you would have given yourself a chance to have developed more and would have been more exposed, would have understood life better, would have understood the definition of love better, would have known to a certain extent what you're going into, would have known how to handle a relationship with your pals. How much more with someone who is triple times or 4 times older than you? That was really a risk that you took. without researching, without taking your time to research more about his personality, his character. Somebody that is marrying you as a sixth wife, you should have taken your time. Mama Rita Daniels, you guys should have taken your time to research, to study, to ask questions. Why are you marrying my daughter? Why are you interested in my daughter as a sixth wife? But probably you guys will be clouded with the private jet, with the flaunting of money. You know, he swept you guys off your feet. And now you're coming to tell us that you were not poor either. If I was really shocked at that video when you said your daughter gave him 50,000 US dollars to support his campaign, and I'm like, you had 50,000 US dollars, you didn't send yourself to the best school and get educated and get, have access to better things in life. You would have pushed your career better than it is right now. You were our Nollywood girl. We were watching you growing up. We were watching you taking those roles, and we're like, wow, look at this girl. We were watching you growing up in your talent, in your career. You were doing good. You were like a role model to other younger ones that got into Nollywood. But when you saw money, you blew everything up. You burnt the bridges. Like I said, I'm not here to apportion blames, but I'm kind of happy with the updates that we got today. I'm going to read what Regina Daniels posted today in response to what her estranged husband posted about her and her family members, her brothers, her sisters, her friends, everybody. They're all involved in DRUG. DRUG. You can add an S to it. Regina says, Ned, how could you lie so openly and without even small remorse? You know my family has absolutely nothing to do with this. You have always tried to cut them off because of the bond we share. And now you are trying to make them look bad for no reason. Fine. I did DRUGS. So what? Is that even the issue between us? The moment we had a fight, you rushed to the public shouting DRUG, 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 because you knew it would make a perfect story for the media. Something dramatic enough to distract everyone from the real issue. You want to find a reason to arrest everyone around me so that I will have no one left beside me, no friend, no support, no safe place to turn to. Then, when I'm completely isolated and broken, I will be forced to come back to you because I will have nowhere else to go. Excuse me. In one of our previous statements too, in that last video that I showed you, that's where she said, oh, I'll go back so that I will give myself to constantly being, injected and forcefully made love to and giving basketballs. Like, it's really unbelievable. Honestly, it's really unbelievable. Honestly, I for one, I don't know about you. Leave me your comments in the comment section. I'm telling you, I was shocked. To some extent, I was. Even though at the beginning, I knew she was making a mistake. I knew it was not the best decision she could have made when she made that decision. Honestly. We have a lot of lessons to learn from this. No matter how close, no matter the bond you share with your family members, it is equally sensible not to have your family members, always, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in your home. You should have put some boundaries there too. Yeah, you should have put some boundaries there, my dear. And so I'm really, I don't usually like to make videos that are very long. I really wish, honestly, at this point, what I'm doing is praying for her. As for her brother, I know her brother will be released. I know her estranged husband is just trying to, show that, you know what? I've got the power to deal with you people. But if you're treating your in-laws like that, how do you really want the relationship to be fixed? How do you want that relationship to be fixed when you have punished her family members this much, caused her mother to cry, caused her father to cry, caused everybody around her, her loved ones, everyone have been in tears for the past 3 weeks. They've all been confused. They've been, running helter-skelter, worried, having sleepless nights. They've all been disturbed because they didn't know the whereabouts of Sammy. And you didn't hold anything back as a husband. You were the first person that came out and blew everything out. Because yes, we saw the video where she was crying, oh, I'm tired of the, violence, but she didn't really say much. But I know you did yours in defense, to prove that, oh, he did his in defense to prove that, oh, you can't accuse me, of violence. You can't accuse me of DV. I'm a sitting senator. I'm an honorable citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But we know these things, man. We know. We know how these things play. And we know that Regina Daniels is not the only one undergoing this kind of experience. We know. We know. Our men, please, can you do better? And our young women too. And mothers, please, let's learn from this. Too many lessons to learn from this. In another video, I'm going to be listing all the red flags that could have been avoided. All the red flags that could have been avoided. If those red flags were avoided, we wouldn't have been here today telling this story. So I'm going to end this video here, but I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back, and there's so many lessons to learn from what is going on right now with Regina Daniels. And I never, ever want any other young girl to go through this. I never, ever want any other young lady to go through this. Ladies, please live a life of contentment. If you watch some of my previous videos, I say discover yourself before you go into marriage and say you want to go discover someone else. Marriage is like you trying to discover someone else when you have not discovered yourself. It's really difficult to discover yourself in a marriage when you are now busy. You don't have the time. That age of self-discovery from age 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, your early 20s. You shouldn't waste it. You should really put it to use discovering yourself. Don't be in a hurry to go join yourself up with someone else. Once you join yourself with someone else as your husband, let me tell you, the time you have to discover yourself will be limited. Because the moment you jump into marriage, you have to start doing the do and, start, you understand me? You have to start doing what married people do. And for you as a woman, it's not going to be like business as usual. You will lose your sleep. You almost lose yourself. You will carry pregnancy. You will walk. You will, do one or two things to earn money. Spend time raising the kids. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. I've done that for 20-something years. Raising 2 young women and 1 young man. 20-something years, I can tell you, it's as if, as a woman, you almost lose yourself doing that. Because you now start living for your spouse, you are living for your kids. That's what it is. And then you start your career too. You'll be strong. You understand? You just have to do your best to keep up with that lifestyle. So if you're not ready, my advice is don't go in. Discover yourself. Know who you are. Know what you like. Know your values. How can a whole sitting senator come on national TV to say that I don't believe in courtship. I don't court my wives. I marry them under 3 weeks. Come on now. That's the beginning of the abuse. And who gives into that? Who gives into that in their right senses? You meet a man. You don't know the man. You didn't ask questions. You didn't put your ears down. You didn't research. You didn't study him for a while. Under 3 weeks, you agreed to marry a man? Guy, that is the beginning of your downfall. Even people that courted, some people court for, I don't believe in so many years of long courtship, right? You understand? But some people have courted for so many years and they still missed it. But what I'm trying to say is that 3 weeks of meeting somebody, you jump into marriage with that person, and the man is much, 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 much older than you, much, 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 much richer than you. He has an upper hand than you. Every area of life. Oh God. You know what? All I'm doing right now is praying for Regina Daniels. For God to shine for his light in this her darkness. In this darkness phase of her life, God, please shine forth your light. Deliver her. Help her. Uphold her. Uplift her. Don't allow her to go into depression and lose her beautiful life. She has 2 beautiful kids to look after. And she has a great life, beautiful life ahead of her. God, please help Regina Daniels. This is my prayer for her. And I will encourage you to pray for her as well. And leave me some comments in the comment section. And I will see you in my next one. Thank you for stopping by. May God bless you. Bye-bye.